So this is going to be November 2023 predictions. Welcome. I'm just getting myself settled. I'm going to pre-shuffle the groups with oracle cards. And then I'll get started. Okay. So I'm pre-shuffling the groups now. There's going to be 4 groups. So let's get into it. So I'm pre-shuffling group 1's oracle cards first. Group 1. Oh, I saw it already. Okay, group 1. Let me make sure that you can see them all. That's okay, I think. That's good. Okay, group 1, November. November for group 1. November for group 1. November for group 1. Okay. November for group 1, please. November for group 1, please. November for group 1. Okay. Let's see. November for group 1. I'm going to take this one. Oh. No. Okay. November for group 1. November. Oh, I saw the card, but I'm taking it. And then one last one for November. Oracle cards. November for group 1, please. November for group 1. Oh, I want this one. Okay, so this is group 1, all shuffled. Okay, now group 2. Let's see. Group 2. I want to readjust myself. I want to readjust myself for group 2. I don't know what that means. Okay, I want this one for group 2. Group 2, November for group 2. Group 2, I want this one. Group 2. Oh, that one was very eager to come out. Group 2, November, group 2. Okay, so that's group 2, and then, oh, I need this. So, group 2. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. So, I'm doing 4 groups for November predictions. See which one you're feeling pulled to. Right now I'm shuffling for group 2. So maybe the fact that you have arrived for group 2. But let me not sway you. Pick the one that you're feeling. Yeah, exactly. You joined with group 2. Okay, group 2. That's shuffled now. So, group 2. So let's get into it. So group 3 is what I'm getting into. What am I getting myself into? Maybe that's important for group 3. Okay, group 3. What am I getting myself into? Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to take just one of these. I'm not going to take the 2. Group 3. November for group 3. November for group 3. This one. Okay. November for group 3, please. Whoa. Okay. This one. November for group 3, please. I'm feeling this one. Very nice. November for group 3, please. Oh, definitely this one. Okay, that's group 3. So we've got 4 groups for this one. So we've got 3 shuffled. Can you see them okay? Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm doing group 4 now. I'm going to shuffle and then we can start. But we're going to shuffle group 4 now. Okay, group 4 for November 2023. Yo. Oh, wow. I'm going to take 2 of these. I'm feeling 2 of these got flipped over. Group 2. Interesting, I said group 2 for group 4. Maybe some people are attracted to both of them. Okay, group 4 for November. Group 4. Group 4. And as I'm shuffling group 4, there's 4 people on the live. Yeah. Group 4. Group 4. Group 4. Okay. Group 4, please, for November 2023. Group 4. Must be your pile, group 4. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, group 4. Oh, this one for sure. For sure for group 4. Okay, let me put these away just so they're not in the way. Let's see, can you see all of the groups? Okay, I think you can. We've got group 1 here, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So you can see which one is appealing to you, which one are you feeling connected to. Also, I just want to announce that on my Etsy, if you haven't seen my posts, I am now doing mystery messages and they've been really fun to do. I'm on my 3rd one right now. So basically how it works is I put out a listing for a mystery message for, so basically it's like a pre-recorded reading that I do, and I put a listing for it, and it's for 5 people only. So every message that I do is for 5 people. I put it up on my Etsy. I see who gets pulled to the 5 messages. I send the link to the reading. So if you feel, and I do ask that you only purchase it if you feel genuinely like, this message might be for me. So if you feel pulled to the message, you buy the listing. So you and 4 other people share that message, but it's just for you and those 4 other people. Nobody else gets that message. So once that's gone, I do another one. And then another one. So far we're on the 3rd message right now. It just went up today. So if you want to check it out, you can go to my Etsy shop and see if it pulls your intuition or pulls on you in some sort of way. If it doesn't, leave it, allow another person to receive the message, and maybe wait for the next one that might pull on you. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's been really fun. The messages have been very interesting, very different. Each of the general readings, the mystery messages, were very different. And I got some really interesting feedback from some people on the readings. And it's been just such an interesting, different way for me to do reading. It feels like a little egg hunt in a weird way. So that's on my Etsy if you are interested, if you want to check it out. I also just want to remind everyone that I also have a Patreon where I do more content and you get a lot more pick cards from me. So if you feel like you'd like more content by me, you can check out my Patreon, and that's in the link in the description box below as well. And if you enjoy this reading today and you're feeling generous and you'd like to tip me, I would really appreciate it. You can tip me on my PayPal, that's in the description box, or you can tip me through the super thanks button as well. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here. Let's get on with the reading. Actually, let me just check the chat. I'm seeing someone texted. Hey, Vlada, think I'm gonna go with group 4. Oh, did you do the mystery message? Oh my God. I'd love if you want to message me or DM me on Instagram and let me know what you thought, like how it resonated with you or whatever. I'd love to, and which one you picked, if you only if you want to share. But yeah, the mystery messages are fun. I'm really really enjoying those. So it's like, oh, it's magical. It's fun. So we've got 4 groups. We've got group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4, and that's all the time you get. I'm getting started with group 1. Okay, let's put these away for now. And we're going to get started with group 1 for November. Can you believe it's November? Like, November is literally around the corner. What is happening? Let's get into it. So the energy of November for group 1. Let's see. Okay. Stars, you can manifest every wish. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Speak your mind. I'm getting a lot of air energy with this straight away. A lot of air energy is coming through for me. Communication, as I say that, communication. Although this card is not air in this deck, but communication makes me think of air. Communication is big with Mercury as well. So, gossip? Stop. Are you joking? Gossip. Gossip. Okay. And we've got afterlife. Where are we going now? Transition, transformation, and rebirth. Okay, let me think. This is like, so communication is very strong. Gossip is interesting to me with the communication being here. I'm getting a very specific message of don't believe everything you hear. I'm actually getting this gossip is not pertaining to you, group number 1. I think you're going to be hearing information about a specific person or a group of people or a situation, and your guides want you to know that that information is not completely accurate. So you're receiving information in the form of communication, most likely gossip, about a person, a situation, or a group of people. And your guides are saying it's not exactly that. And just to keep that in mind. So what you're hearing about a specific person or a group of people, don't be so quick to believe it. Don't be so quick to just go, oh yeah, they're definitely like that, or this situation is definitely like this. Be careful, like taking the first piece of information that you get as a given. Honestly, it's probably going to be a good rule of thumb for you for the month of November in general. Get more information. I'm getting that as a really big energy for group 1 in November. Your first message is get more information. Especially if someone is speaking on someone's character, I'm getting. If someone is speaking on someone's character, if someone's speaking on someone's reputation, get more information. I actually feel like some of you are going to feel called to speak up to defend somebody, is what I'm getting. You might actually feel like you want to defend someone's reputation. Like, I'm getting your energies like, actually, that's not completely accurate. So it might be about a group of people as well, or a specific situation. But I think for most of you that are watching this group, it'll be about a specific person. Like, you'll be defending, I'm hearing defending the honor of a specific person. So that's interesting. But I'm not getting defending in this kind of, like, how dare you speak about this person in such a way? It's a very gentle defense, and it's almost subtle, is what I'm getting with you. Like, you're able to diffuse gossip. Interesting, actually. What I'm getting is that you are diffusing situations that otherwise could be very dramatic. It's like in November, you're gonna be able. It's like, you know, when a group of people start talking badly about someone and it gets kind of like, oh yeah, they're like this and that, and it starts kind of like accumulating in a snowball effect sort of a way. You're gonna be able to like slip in there and be like, well, actually, maybe we should consider this perspective about this person and this. And you're not being invasive with it. You're not being like, oh no, like I'm defending their honor. You're able to diffuse it. You're like a reputation saver in November. I don't know what this is, but it's like you're a reputation saver. You're able to save people's asses in a way. But like not in this kind of like, oh, I saved your ass. It's more in an energy of, why should we crucify people prematurely? Why should we crucify? You're kind of like an advocate for a lot of people. In November, you're an advocate for people. Also, I think people value your opinion on other people, is what I'm getting. Actually, like this is kind of evolving into me seeing this as like, people, if you say something about a person, if you say something about a specific person, people are just going to be like, yep, that's how that person is. You have like a powerful energy around that. So I feel like your guides are saying, you like, with great power comes great responsibility. So it's like, you're going to be very powerful in that you can say anything about any person and the people around you are going to listen. They're going to be like, oh yeah, like that person knows characters. That person knows people. We believe that whatever this group one says about another person, it must be true. It's powerful, but it's also like, you've got a responsibility to uphold, because you have to be very careful, because you're going to have a knock-on effect how other people potentially treat this person in the future or in the present moment. So I'm getting, your words are very, and your voice, your words, what you say, especially about other people, is going to be insanely powerful in the month of November. And your guides are kind of saying, use that power carefully. Like, be responsible with it, is basically what I'm getting. And I also feel like that other thing with the communication, you're able to manifest a lot of things through speaking. So be responsible with what you're saying, like about your own life. But I'm getting especially about lives of other people. When you're speaking on other people, be very mindful of it. Be very connected to it and make sure you're saying what you actually mean. I'm kind of getting, don't get too carried away with the crowd. If there's like a conversation that's happening in the crowd, I don't think you need to watch yourself, but it's more of a pay attention where you might be getting carried away. Not that I think you will. I think it's actually the opposite. I think you're not going to get carried away. People really care about your opinions, especially on other people's characters in November, for whatever reason. For some, this might actually make sense. So let's have a look at your physical and material reality in the month of November. Let's have a look. Your physical and material reality, your practical, physical, material reality in the month of November. Your physical reality, material reality in the month of November. Group number 1. Wow, the sun. I think things are really looking up for this group. It could be that your material reality is like rising, and it doesn't have to be just to do with money or finances, but in general, it's like physically you might look I'm getting like you look more like yourself. Physically, things are just making more sense. Practically, things are making more sense, and it's like other people can see it and people respect it. I'm getting that people are really, like, I think you're gonna feel a new level of respect from those around you in the month of November. And it's something about your physical reality is matching what's on the inside. Maybe for the first time in months, potentially even years for some of you, your inside is matching with your outside. Your inside energy and spirit and intention is finally matching with your physical. Your physical is like catching up to your inside experience. It's going to be so obvious. I'm getting for a lot of you, it's going to be so obvious how to make money. It's going to be so obvious. Like, it's like, oh, I can earn money here. I can make money here. I can figure something out here. Another thing I think you're going to get very obvious around your health. I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm getting very obvious with your health. Maybe something might become obvious, like, oh, that's why I've been feeling lethargic. That's why I've been feeling uninspired. That's why I've been feeling like I can't get out of bed. That's why I've been feeling like I'm kind of blocked up in some sort of a way. There's some sort of obvious realization around your health. Things are becoming more obvious there as well. And I don't like doing health readings, but it's just sometimes little things like that come through. So I just say them. But something about your material, it's like, oh my God, it's so obvious. How did I not see it before? So I think you might even have like an obvious realization of where you're supposed to go in your career. Like, I'm getting for a lot of you in this group, it'll be like, oh my God, it's so obvious that I'm supposed to do this for a career. How did I not see this before? Well, it's because you were catching up. You were just catching up, and that's okay. I don't think you're going to have a judgment over it. I honestly think a lot of this group, everyone in this group, honestly, but this is going to be varying degrees, there's success coming in career. Like, I just feel that very strongly for this group. Success in career, but it's coming from not because like, oh my God, an opportunity falls down from the sky and all of a sudden, it's you're realizing that it's obvious that you should be something or someone. You may decide like, it's like you're realizing it's so obvious that I'm supposed to be in this profession. It's so obvious that I'm supposed to do this for a living. It's so obvious that I'm supposed to be creating this sort of a project or this sort of a business. There's an energy of like, of course I'm meant to do this. The word of course is standing out. Like, when I say it in my mouth, of course is like a really resonant word for this group for the month of November. You might even hear that, like, look out for that word in November. Of course you can. Of course. So it's like, if you're asking, also, what does of course mean? Oh my God, I want to get my, I actually want to get my laptop open too. I'm going to look this up. Of course, I want to look up the actual like etymology of course. Because it's like, it's on the course. You're on course. You're on course. You're on course. Oh my God, group 1, you're literally on course. And everyone can see it. Everyone can see that you're on course. But it's like you've been on course. The thing is, you've been on course. It's just that the physical reality is now catching up to give you the proof that you're on course. But you've been on course. This is exciting. I'm excited. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited by this. Wait, give me a second. I want to... oh my God. I am so pumped right now for you, group. What? I'm pumped. Like, I think it's the excitement of, like, physical reality is finally proving to me what I've been feeling inside all this time. So, I think some of you, if you've been working on your health, it's like you're getting on course with your health as well. Like, you're able to get on course. Oh, wow. Okay, but I want to look up like etymology of course. It's something that's very important to me right now. Bear with me. My laptop is just... Actually, I am trying to speak to my electronics because I was like, oh my God, my laptop is like so slow. I'm trying to talk to my electronics like, of course my laptop is slow. I've had it since college. I've had it for like almost 10 years now. Shit. Listen, it works really well. It works really well. I'm so ungrateful. I'm so sorry, baby. Etymology of course. Some of you this might have been like a decade-long process almost. So one thing that I'm noticing straight away, of course, was first used in a sentence of a matter of course. One could also say a thing of course. Let me see. Origin of course. As a matter of course. It's a matter of course. And what is matter? Matter is physical reality. Let's see. I want to get a little bit deeper into that specifically. This might be a very long reading because I'm already at like half an hour of this, and group 1 could take a while, honestly. Also, it can be traced back to off the ordinary course. Of course. So things that seemed, so what I'm getting is like your ordinary is changing. Things that used to be ordinary are not ordinary anymore because the new ordinary is a new material reality. And it's like, I'm getting like, it's so obvious I was always supposed to be a part of this physical reality. So one thing that I'm getting for some of you, you're maybe feel like you were never connected to physical reality, or like you struggled to connect to physical reality. And it feels like November might be the first month where you are starting to feel truly connected to your physical reality. Like, this is the physical reality I was always supposed to experience. I rather enjoy this message. So another kind of feeling that I'm getting with, I'm done with that now. So another feeling that I'm getting with that is your guides are encouraging you to stay on course. They're saying, we're going to give you some proof. We're going to give you some proof. We're going to give you some material, physical proof, some obvious. So I feel like your guides are saying, we're throwing some very obvious shit at you. Shit that works. It's going to be very obvious. We're throwing it at you. So like, please pay attention. You won't miss this, by the way. But it's like, stay on course. Once you get this confirmation, keep going. Like, you're not done yet. This is only just the beginning of you materializing something that you've been feeling inside of you, maybe all your life, maybe for 10 years, maybe for a year. I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone here. But I'm getting 5 to 10 years for a lot of people here, though. But stay on course. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. This is not the limit. This is not the limit. Don't stop. Let's get an astrology card to see what else. We've got Cancer. I think you're going to feel nurtured by this. Like, I think you're going to feel nurtured by your physical reality in a way that your emotions are going to feel connect. It's like you're, maybe for the first time or for the first time in a long time, your emotions will feel connected to your physical reality properly. And again, I'm getting this feeling, it's just like, it's not just you who can see it. Everyone around you can see it. But you have been feeling it for a very long time. I feel like you've been maybe even frustrated to a point because you've been feeling this reality as something that should have happened already, maybe. And it's finally happening. But it's only the beginning in November. So stay on course. There's an energy of you feeling comforted by your physical reality in November, though, group 1. And I think because you're having this comfort from your physical reality, you're going to have people going like, oh my God, how did they achieve that? So one thing that I will say, just make sure that you're setting boundaries, because you're only kind of getting into this comfort of your physical reality. You don't want someone coming in and just like trying to learn from you how to do it, and in the process kind of distracting you. Don't get distracted. I think that's a big message. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by what other people say. Don't get distracted by what other people say. especially if it's gossip. But again, like I said, I wasn't getting energy of gossip about you. I was getting gossip about other people that could, like, I don't want to say influence you because I don't think you're going to be that susceptible to influence, but it's more like get more information. But let's look at relationships now. Emotional relationships, emotional reality. Platonic, romantic, whatever wants to come out. Let's see for group 1 for November. Ace of, I'm telling you, you're going to hear some gossip or a piece of information about somebody, and your guides are like, don't jump to conclusions. Don't get rid of the trampoline. Get rid of the trampoline. Don't jump to conclusions at all. Get more information. It might be something like a piece of information where someone gossips about someone, and it's like you're kind of like, oh shit, I can't believe that person would do that. Get more information. Get more information on this, group 1. Because I feel like maybe there's somebody that you could be connecting to. This could be like someone you're entering a relationship with or something, or you're entering a friendship with. And someone else goes like, oh, this person's like this, or this person did that. Not so fast. Not so fast. Not so fast. There could be a person, the person who's spreading the gossip could have an agenda, is basically kind of what I'm getting. So just don't be too quick to jump to conclusions about somebody just because you heard a little piece of information about them from somebody. Especially if you're in, because you will know in your intuition, especially if your intuition is telling you like, something's not right here. Whoa. Yang. Proactivity, expression, doing, and forward moving. You know what? This also gives me the energy of if you hear gossip about a certain person or you hear a piece of information about somebody and you're like, oh God, that sounds awful, but I'm not sure if that's something that I, like really believe, or I don't know, something my intuition is telling me that maybe it's not correct. Your guides are saying you can ask the very person. You can ask the very person about it. You can say, like, hey, I want to know about this thing. I heard this thing. I'd like to get, like, you can ask them about it. You don't have to, but there's just something like, don't jump to conclusions about certain people, especially any new connections that you're making. If you're hearing gossip about them, don't get into, don't believe it. Don't believe everything that you hear. I'm definitely getting that. Just like, don't believe everything that you hear, especially if it's like a gossipy energy. Another thing that I'm getting with your relationships is that a lot of your relationships will be seemingly progressing into something new, into something fresh. It kind of feels like every single relationship in your life is gonna get a new, fresh, like a makeover is what I heard. So the existing relationships that you have in your life, it feels like they're getting a makeover. It feels like they're, but not in a way where they're like completely being transformed. It's more like a new stage of the relationship. And you may notice like, oh, it's like a new stage of this particular friendship, and a new stage of my relationship with my mother, and a new stage of my relationship with my father, and a new stage of a relationship with my partner. There's like this There's progress in every single relationship, seemingly, in your life. Seemingly every single relationship in your life is going through progress. And that includes leaving people behind. So it's like maybe someone you've been struggling to shed or drop out of your life, or kind of like move on from. Shed or drop, maybe that too, but I feel like Maybe you've been struggling to move on from someone. Like maybe you've been hung up on someone for the longest time. Maybe you've been hung up on a friend that, you had a falling out with or you grew apart from, or maybe you've been, it's just like, there's a feeling of like, okay, that's over, move forward. Um, move forward. Move forward is like important here in terms of relationships, but it doesn't mean move forward from, it also means within the relationship there's movement forward. So I think you're going to feel a lot of movement in your relationships, like a new stage of a relationship. Duh, duh, duh. Okay, so that's what I have for you for the relationship side of things. Let's look at your spiritual and self-development, and then we'll close out your reading. For group 1, November 2023. Spiritual and self-development for group 1. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. This is making me think your patience is paying off, because sometimes this card can be sometimes this card can be about investing and needing to be patient. But in this scenario, I feel like you're finally seeing how your patience is paying off. It's like you've leveled up in patience. I think another thing, once you see these results, this is kind of funny. I'm kind of getting this energy of like, oh, that's all it took. And it's funny because at some point, it felt like it took so much. It felt like it took, I'm getting it, it's like a new perspective. It's like a new juicy perspective that you're having, group 1. It's like, used to feel like it was taking so much of your energy, of your dedication. Confirmation burp. It's like it took so much of myself to do this. It took so much. And your perspective is shifting into, that's all it took. Oh my God, I can't believe that's all it took. Your patience levels, unshakable. Unshakable by the end of November. Also, I'm getting something Cancer season. You may have started something in Cancer season. So that would have been around June, end of June, July of this year. And there's already results coming from it. And you're like, that's all? Another thing that I'm getting for this group is that you may have been slaving away at something for years, and then you decided to do something just for fun, potentially in Cancer season, and that brings you fruit before the thing you've been slaving away on. And it's like, oh shit, that's all it took. This thing I was slaving away at fucking wasn't working, wasn't going anywhere. For example, this again reminds me of this like career thing. So maybe where you were slaving away, putting yourself into a certain career for years, for months. Years, because months, I mean, if you're putting yourself into a career for months and being like, oh my God, it's not working. But it's like for years, you could have been slaving away, putting yourself into a certain career, and then you go and do something for fun, and it has like this payoff within a few months, and you're like, oh, that's all it took. But this thing I was slaving away with, that was fucking dreadful. This is working out. Oh, it's so obvious I should be doing this. So for some of you, it could literally be that kind of energy. So that's your self-develop. You're realizing there's something about like realizing that patience is not just about like waiting and being patient. It's also about having fun while you are patient. And it's like, if something's not working, something's feeling stuck, let me go and have fun in another area. And that's where you get the results. We've got Neptune as well. Neptune. Honestly, with Neptune and this card, it was all a dream. I think it's like you're waking up from a dream, I'm getting a delusion is being broken down by your reality, but not in a way that is like, oh, you're delusional and we're going to break your illusion. It's more like you had a delusion towards pessimism. You had a delusion towards, sorry, this is going to be a little bit difficult for me to formulate. A delusion of what your life is supposed to look like, and you thought you wanted it, you thought you wanted that kind of a life, that kind of a physical reality, and you couldn't even imagine properly the physical reality that you're about to unravel. But as you're unraveling it, you're realizing this was the obvious reality that I should have been living. I was just so attached to the delusion of the other reality, but the other reality I thought was more realistic. It's like you thought something was more realistic, but the thing that's actually more realistic is the thing that you fucking enjoy and you have a good time with. Boom, mic drop, group 1. That's all I have for you. Oh my god, what a reading. Ooh, I feel like, I don't know, it's just something is so, it's like something poetic about it with Neptune, something poetic about this group. But I just want to reiterate the point that I feel like people are really going to value your opinion. This might even be opinion like as a professional. So if you're doing something professionally that is like, it's obvious I should be doing this, people like want to listen. So that's all I have for you for now. Forever. For this reading at least. That's group 1. That was really, really fun. Okay, let's put these away and we're going to move on. Okay, thank you for joining me, group 1. Let's put this here. Hello, Ashutosh. You can't sleep. I'm very sorry to hear that. Maybe it's the eclipse season. Could be because, you know, the moon is our subconscious. Could be a lot of subconscious activity going on. Okay, so let me just shuffle this. And then we're going to get into group 2. Maybe you got something for me. I have a reading for you if you want. There's 4 groups. We just finished group 1. You can see which one you're feeling pulled to. Okay, let's see. Okay. Group 2. Let's get into group 2. That's what you meant. Okay, perfect. Okay, group 2. Group 2. Let's see what you got. Group 2. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. Second house. Second house. I'm getting self-worth vibes. Listening to wisdom. A lot of listening energy so far from all the 2 groups. Healing. Child orphan. Energy field. Get back what you put into the universe. It makes me think of worth again. November. So I'm getting that November is going to be largely about self-worth. Okay, the thing that I'm getting with this group. Maybe you feel like you're only worth something, or on some subconscious level, this might be something that you determine your worth by how well you can do something completely on your own without any help. And that requires a huge exertion of your energy. That requires a huge output of your energy, group 2. And I think November is gonna force you to ask for help, but wait, not in a way where you're like, oh, please, sir, madam, may I please have a sprinkle of help? But from a point of view, I deserve help. I deserve support. I deserve help. I deserve advice. Not from a point of view, oh, poor me, silly little me, clueless little me needs help and support and advice. No, I deserve to receive support, help, and advice. It's like you're having a new perspective on receiving those things from a place of self-worth. I deserve is a huge, like, I deserve. What do you deserve? I would maybe suggest, I'm getting like journaling prompts for you. I'm getting for November, maybe even before November knocks on your door. Write down what you deserve. Write down what you deserve. Things that you have that you deserve and things that you don't have that you deserve is what I'm getting. And have those. Okay, so I'm visualizing this. You don't have to take this prompt, journaling prompt, but if you journal, sometimes I get journaling prompts for people. So if you feel like it resonates, I'm seeing someone writing out everything that I have that I deserve and everything that I don't have that I deserve. And then writing down everything that I have that I don't deserve, or like your subconscious beliefs of like what you think you don't deserve, or what you don't deserve from a point of view of, I don't deserve this. Like, I don't deserve this treatment. I don't deserve, that's not my worth. I am worth this. So your journaling could be about, it's like a maths equation that I'm seeing. And your guides are saying, like, writing down me equals this. So it's like, I'm worth this. Me equals this. Me equals this. And whatever it's like worth, it can be, I'm worth help. I'm worth support. So it's like me equals help. Me equals support. I don't know. You put your own spin on it, but there's something around this worth energy that is super important, and seeing help and support as something that you're worth or worthy of, rather than something you're going begging for. I'm really being pulled to the orphan card again as well. I am not coming to you for help because I'm begging you to help me survive. I am coming to you for help because I'd like it so I can grow and evolve more. And it's not like you're saying this to a person, but having that kind of mindset. I'm not going to people for help or support saying, please help me survive. Please help me make it. It's not so that you can make it. It's so that you can build on what you already have. Because you've created a lot on your own. Your guides are saying, like, okay, great, it's awesome that you've created so much on your own. But building things on your own, that era is done. We're done with that era. We have a new era where we're going to people and be like, hey, I'd like you to help me so that I can grow. Not, hey, can you please help me? I'm trying to survive in this rough climate. So they want you to change that mindset. That's what I'm getting for November. So let's have a look into the details of this. So your physical and material reality, group number 2. It's resonating already. That's good. The Emperor. Okay. 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 Oh, I really enjoy tarot so much. The Emperor. He needs help. Like, he can't conquer everything he wants to conquer without help, without support. But there's also like there's an energy of like, okay, what's a great ruler or great conqueror or whatever? It's someone who says, I'm worth your help. I deserve your help. I deserve your help. You should support me. This is why A, B, and C. This is why you should support me. This is why you should help me. But also, they also say you deserve my support, and you deserve to be a part of this great vision that I have. I have a vision. He has a vision that he wants to execute, and he wants to put a plan on how to execute it. I feel like a lot of you in this group will be executing a vision in November, or beginning to execute a vision. Maybe you're continuing to execute a vision, but you started the vision without anybody, and now it's time to look for support. It's not so much don't look for help. Look for people who want to help you. Don't look for help. Look for those who want to help you. You'll find them. So your physical and material reality, you're very strong in it. You're very connected to it, especially with the second house being here. But it's time to gain supporters. It's time to find people who can support your vision for your physical material reality. Especially if you're trying to do a project. Find people who are going to do it for you. Not do it for you. You're still in control. You have to still do the thing. But who will support you driving towards that goal. You're done doing things on your own right now. Like there's this, I get this feeling with your guys. They're kind of like, you have to accept it. You're done doing things on your own. You're just done doing that. You're done being this like lone wolf emperor. An emperor without an empire. Like it's like you're an emperor without soldiers. You're an emperor without anything to be an emperor over. But an emperor, it's like realizing that you're not an emperor and like, oh, my subjects and I should be ruling all of you. It's being more like, I have a vision and my vision will provide for you. I have a vision and my vision will go towards your growth as well. I wonder if someone here is looking for investors. If you are someone, maybe not in this live or maybe in this live, but even if you're watching this later, maybe someone here is looking for investors, but like don't go to the investors being like, money, please give me money. It's obviously you're not going to say that, but like with that energy, it's like, oh, I hope you give me money. I hope you think my vision is good enough. It's like you need to be so sure in your vision that you're like, you'd be in a good position to support me and invest into me. Own your vision. Own your vision for what you want to do with your life, with your physical reality. Own your vision. Especially if there's a project that you're working on, own it. That's a big thing that I'm getting. Okay, let's have a look at... This could even for someone here, this is about going for a raise and being like, I deserve a raise. If you give me a raise, I will work better. If you give me a raise, I will be able to do more for you. But like owning it, you know, owning that, like, you should give me a raise. You know, it's like going to your employer and being like, you should be giving me a raise. I've done a lot, actually. I've been tracking the things that I've been doing. You should give me a raise. I think this is a good month for those of you where it's resonates. It's a good month to ask for a raise. I'm getting that. I'm getting that. 12th house. Interesting, because 12th house is like nothing to do with physical reality. I'm kind of getting clearing karma. So maybe this is a generational thing where it's like, if I'm asking for more money, I'm begging. Equating asking for more money, asking for help, asking for support, asking for resources, asking. When I say the word asking, does it resonate with begging? Or does it resonate with commanding? When I ask, if I'm asking, am I begging or am I commanding? If you ask in the correct energy, it shall be given. But it's like, maybe this is generational. It's almost like karmic generational thing that maybe is happening, where you're clearing that karma of associating asking for something to begging for something. And you're like, no, I'm not asking for things because I'm begging for them, ever. I'm asking because I'm asking. So that's your physical reality in November. Ask for more money, ask for more support, ask for more help, but come at it from a self-worth, like, I'm asking you. I'm not begging you. With bated breath, being like, oh. You're healing something around that. I think there's certain things being healed around money. Money, resources, like you're healing. Yeah, you're healing around money, around resources, around self-worth. Self-worth. Our money is strongly connected to our self-worth. Okay, let's look at your relationships and emotional reality. Although I will say, I think most of November is going to be about like career, money, finances for this group. I don't think, I'm already getting that for this group, like relationships are not going to be a big theme. But they will be a big theme in terms of where you're asking for help. No, so actually I should retract that. Redacted. Well, let's see. Emotional relationships. The Hierophant. You're realizing that you can come at people. Like, I can't help but feel like you've more dignity in November. Like, it's just, your dignity is rising. You're doing things in a very dignified way. You're speaking to people in a dignified way. It's like you're coming at things with dignity. You're coming at things with, I deserve certain things. I deserve certain things in my career, in my job, in my relationship, in my family life. And I can come at those things with dignity. I don't have to come at these things from a place of begging, please, 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 please. It's almost like maybe in the past you thought the only option for you is to either do it all on your own or beg for support, resources, advice, whatever it is. Now you're kind of like, I can go for these things and still remain independent and autonomous in the way that I make my decisions and what I do with those resources, with that advice, with that help. But also coming for that help, being like, hey, how can you help me? I'm not expecting you to help me in ways that you can't, but if you can help me in some sort of a way, can you please provide that support and help for me? there's an elevated way of looking at asking for things, and that's going to translate in your relationships as well. And so what I'm getting for this group, you're going to start asking things of people in your life. It's like you're going to start sorry, 1 second. So, sorry, I just got distracted by someone in the chat. You're gonna start asking certain things of people in your life that you haven't asked for before. And that's gonna be a very new experience for you, but asking with dignity. Like, I would like you to speak to me like this. I would like you to treat me like this. I would like you to have this sort of a attitude towards me. Like, I am asking you. I'm not begging you. I'm not asking you. I'm asking you. That's it. You might actually be able to very calmly establish new rules within certain relationships that you've previously had, like certain family relationships, certain even your partner. You'll be able to establish a new code of conduct. We've got Capricorn. This is a very serious group. I think you're taking things very seriously in November. I think also I'm getting for someone here, you might be becoming more committed towards someone, because the Hierophant can represent commitment, and the Capricorn is very strongly associated with committing to something, like having an ambition. And then the Emperor as well makes me think of commitment. So I feel like for some of you, you might actually be getting into a committed relationship, but like, take what resonates. If you're nowhere close to that, like maybe not, or it could happen. But what I'm getting is you're becoming committed to certain relationships in your life the way you haven't been committed to them before. Or there's a new level of commitment with a partner. Or maybe like you're committing yourself completely to your children. You're saying right now I don't want to date. Like I don't want to do that. I want to completely commit myself to my child. But there are certain relationships in which you're taking your commitment to those people very, very seriously. I think you're also taking it very seriously in terms of like, if someone's going to help you or support you when you're asking for help, when they're going to help you, you're committing to the fact that because they helped you, you have responsibility towards them to show them that their help did not go poof into the ether. That this help is going to have tangible results in your own life, and that you're actually going to use that help effectively. But you're very serious. Like, you're very serious about your worth, about how you'd like to be treated, asking to be treated the correct way, asking for help when you need help. Like, this could even be at work as well. Like, I'm kind of getting, this could be going to your boss and being like, I would like to ask for help on this specific project. I don't feel supported. And I'm very serious about it. Like, I'm very serious about asking you for support. It's really important that I get it. So there's that kind of energy that I'm getting. So I think relationship wise, you have to take what resonates. But I do feel like for someone here, you might be going to your partner and being like, I actually need you to treat me like this. I need you to do this for me. I'm asking you. I'm asking you to support me in this situation. How can you support me? What can you do to make me feel supported? But there's a huge energy of asking for things in general from a place of dignity for this group. Okay, let's see. Group 2, spiritual and self-development. 2 of Wands. You have a vision to execute. Like, I just feel like there's a really, like, there's a vision to execute. Maybe you've been already executing it. You're very serious about this vision. You're very serious about this. It's like if an emperor went, I want to conquer this land. I'm going to be very serious about it. And I'm going to gain supporters as I move towards conquering this. It's like you're conquering a metaphorical land, and you are ready to find supporters and people who believe in you, want to give you advice. Like, it's like it's like if you were an emperor and you were looking for your advisors. But you also recognize that you have to respect. The Hierophant, to me, signifies respect. And the Capricorn, or Capricorn energy is ruled by Saturn, which I associate strongly with respect as well. So you're coming at people from a place of deep respect. But you're like, but I have this vision and I expect you to respect me. There's a strictness to you in November. Like, you're not here to play around. You're not here to be silly goofy. In November, group 2, you're not here to be silly and goofy. You're here to be straight-laced. In a way. Earth. Makes sense. I think your physical reality is going to be really important. Getting support. Like, it could be getting financial support. Again, asking for a raise. Getting physical, practical support in some way. Making practical steps towards this conquering of whatever it is you're trying to conquer. Taking action towards, it's like in order to get help, you need to take action. And you're finally getting to that point where you're like, okay, I have to take action. I can't do this on my own anymore. That's what I'm getting for you, group 2. That's November for you. Whoo, that's very serious energy. Very serious. Like, very grounded. I think you're going to get very grounded in November. You're getting a seal pillow. Fucking go for it, man. That's your vision. If that's your vision, get it. It's not so much about, I know that's not what you meant. I know you're joking, but it's not so much about like, I deserve something as in like, I'm going to buy it for myself. It's, or like, I'm going to, like, it's not like treat yourself kind of thing. I definitely get more like, I deserve to have this ecosystem. I deserve to create this. I deserve to strategically create this for myself. That's what I'm getting. But I know you were joking. I'm not dissecting your comment about your seal pillow. Okay, that was, wow, I'm going so long. This is going to be such a long reading. So that was group 2. Oh my God. Listen, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired out here. Okay. Let's do group 3. 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 Feast, slow down, and celebrate yourself. Lunar eclipse, change. We have a lunar eclipse coming up. So this lunar eclipse may be especially important for this group. Although, obviously, it's going to affect everyone. But it might be, like, this group especially important. And it's funny because the lunar eclipse is happening on the 28th and this card is 29. And I'm just noticing like this is before November, right? So it's like 29th of October, but you may start noticing this energy, whatever I'm about to talk about here. You're about to notice this energy even like earlier than November. Tears of joy and sadness. I mean, topical for eclipse. Eclipse. Topical for an eclipse, definitely. Victory. Victory. I'm feeling like feast and victory makes me think of celebration. I'm hearing you win some, you lose some. Athlete. But this is making me think of like, you know, when an athlete run, like what I'm visualizing is like, you know, when someone runs and the red ribbon and they run through and they win. Again, there's like a victory thing that I'm getting here. Crystal waterfalls, clear your mind and cleanse your soul, healing, cleansing, and recharging. Okay, so November for group 3, you're cleansing something out, and that is bringing you victory. I'm getting this feeling of you win some, you lose some. In order to have a victory, you have to lose something. I'm getting that as a concept. And I think you're losing something. Maybe you've already lost something. This might be a loss. I think for most of you, it's a loss you've already experienced. So I feel like there was a loss of something that was very difficult for you. But this loss is bringing forth a victory and a gain. November is going to be about, honestly, it's like winning. But winning, it's like winning and simultaneously losing something. But losing something, honestly, I'm getting duality with this. It's like bittersweet. I think you're going to have big wins and certain losses, and you're feeling so excited and so ready to celebrate yourself, but I do feel a tinge of sadness because you had to lose something. I'm getting for some of you, you have to move away. Or you have to like move jobs. This makes me feel like, you know, if you have to like move away from somewhere that you really love and you really care about and you really like it there, but you get an amazing opportunity to go and work, like a great opportunity in work and career, but you have to move. You have to leave all your friends. And you're so excited for this opportunity, but you have to leave everything you know. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like, what an amazing opportunity. I'm so excited and grateful for it. But I can't believe I have to leave everything here. I have to leave all my friends or my family. Maybe for some of you, even a partner, like you have to go long distance or something. It doesn't have to be that exact situation, but it's the only like metaphor that I can grasp right now, where it's like you win some, you lose some. But it's not like you're losing those people, but you have to detach to a degree. But I'm getting it's like, what an opportunity. So I'm hearing what an opportunity, but in order to grasp this opportunity, I have to lose what I've got in front of me. So some of you could be getting a really good opportunity in November. This could, like, for some of you, it might even be like, I'm so excited to go and live with my long distance partner finally, and we're getting together and we're living together, but now I have to like leave my job. Like it could be, you know, it could be reversed as well, right? So, but it could be a milieu of things, right? Multitude of things. But I'm getting that bittersweet feeling. It's like, what an amazing opportunity, but in order for me to go for this opportunity, I have to go. I have to go. Gotta go. I keep hearing gotta go. Gotta go. I'm getting this like sense of like, oh fuck. I have to go. Like I have to go. I'm sorry, I have to go. I keep hearing that. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, I have to go. I'm sorry. I have to go. But what you don't realize is that whatever you're leaving behind in your absence, it's going to get cleansed. Number 44 might be really important for some of you. I'm getting that 44. 44. Number 44 is important. Number 44 to me is protection. You're protected in taking this leap. I think for some of you, this could be quite like a drastic leap. Quite a drastic change, actually. The moon. So, sorry, I was already thinking about physical material reality. So, the moon. Like, that's what... It's funny because group 1 was like, oh my god, physical material reality is so obvious. For you, it's like the opposite. In going for this opportunity, you have no idea the type of physical reality that this is going to create for you. You're excited about it. You're like, this is great. This is really, like, I want to go for this opportunity. But I have no idea what's on the other side. What is it going to be like there? This opportunity seems amazing, but what if I don't like it? What if I don't make any friends? And it's like fearful. Of course you will. But there, maybe it's just what you have where you are is so good. Let's say, let's take that example. Your career is not really going great. Job's not really great. It's kind of shitty. Doesn't pay well or whatever. Whatever. Apply it to your situation. But you have amazing friends. You have people who really care about you. You have people that, are there for you. You have amazing people in your life. So if you're going for that opportunity, you get an opportunity and it's a job and it pays really well and it's like exactly what you want to do. It's an amazing opportunity. But you're like, but what if I go there and I don't like the people? What if I go there and I don't connect to anyone? Like, I have such amazing friends here. What if that doesn't happen where I go? And then what if the job is not even that great, even though it pays more and even though it's a great opportunity? What if I don't enjoy it? I'm actually getting like a twitch in my eye. This might actually stress you out a bit. But I think this lunar eclipse is bringing this new opportunity to you, but it's almost going to scare you. You know when something is like so tempting, but it's going to, like, you're going to have to really change what you're about to do with your life is going to really change your physical reality. It's going to change everything. That you're like, shit, should I do it? Fuck, I don't know if I should do it. I'm scared. I'm really fucking scared. The fear is going to be popping up for you, group 3 in November. I do feel like there's going to be fear popping up. And you're going to have to, but it's like fear mixed with excitement. Fear mixed with excitement. It's like I'm excited, but I'm scared. Gemini. Gemini's curiosity. You're so curious to know what that other reality could be like. You're getting this opportunity and you're like, I'm too curious. Are you more curious or are you more scared? I think you're going to be experiencing both. I think whatever this opportunity is, it's going to present you with the feeling of both fear and curiosity. And it's like, which one's going to win? The fear or the curiosity? You're so curious to tap into another reality through this opportunity. It's like a door is opening for you and you have to walk through it in order to experience this different reality, but you have it's like you have zero idea of how that's going to go. Are you curious or are you scared? I'm literally seeing a person and like they've been living in the reality that I've been living in. you know, certain things are shitty, certain things are amazing. A new door opens. It's like, well, this is gonna be your new reality. Are you ready? Are you gonna step in, or are you gonna be too scared? Or are you gonna be curious? But I think this opportunity has the potential to cleanse you of a lot of bullshit. I will say that. So, but it's gonna be up to you. And also Gemini's duality. So it's like you can look at this situation from a perspective of it's scary or it's curious. It's interesting. I'm interested to see where it takes me. This group is, you know, there's mystery that's at play with this group. How comfortable are you with mystery? So, oh, sorry. Again, it's funny. I keep thinking about the topics but I'm not saying it out loud. Relationships and emotional reality, 2 of Wands. Duality is coming through. But also travel. I think you're concerned. I think someone here watching is concerned losing certain relationships if you travel or move away. Like not being able to maintain a certain relationship or friendship or multiples. It's like if I move away, I'll lose this person as a friend. And I think that's something that you're going to be addressing as well. Addressing that fear. But also being curious about, who could I meet? What new people could I meet? What new people could I experience? I'm really getting that, like for this group, I really feel like some of you are going to get an opportunity to move location. And it's going to be like, do I do it? Do I do it? There's going to be I'm getting a dilemma. A dilemma for group 3. Do I do it or do I not do it? Should I? Should I? Oh my God, should I? Should I do it? Would it be crazy if I did it? But I think there's this worry about, losing the connections that you've made where you are, losing people. But I don't think, for most of you, I don't think that fear is going to like crush you. I think you're going to be like, no, of course we're going to stay friends. Mars, move forward and defend self. In relationships, though, I think you're, in a way, you might not want to admit this to yourself, but you're so ready to meet new people, new types of people. But this is not coming from a place, because that's exactly what it is. It's not coming from a place of like, oh, all these people that I know are shit, or like, I'm so ready to meet new people because all the people that I know are like so boring, or like whatever. It's not coming from that place. And I think maybe that's why you're questioning it. You are ready to meet a new type of person in a new type of location. You're ready to meet new types of people. I think it's going to be different for all of you, but you're ready to meet a new type of a person, make new kinds of connections. But it's not because your connections where you are shit or you don't have true friends. It's just because you're ready to experience something new. That doesn't mean you can't appreciate the old connections. That does not mean that you can't appreciate the people that you already have in your life. But I think that's where the fear is coming from. And maybe a part of you is going to be worried that the people you're leaving behind are not going to do well without you, or they'll, there might even be that element of like, oh, I can't leave, like my friend, who will they have if I leave? Like, or, my parents, who will they have if I leave? Like, there's that element to it as well. But it's time for you to go and explore more. But you're going to be in a dilemma. Maybe it's going to take up your whole month to go through this dilemma, because I think the decision is not so simple. But I'm getting bittersweet energy. I'm getting bittersweet energy for this group. Let's look at your spiritual and self-development group number 3. Two of Swords. Stop it. Stop it. This is so funny. Two of Swords. Dilemma. You're in a dilemma. You're in a bit of a pickle. You need to decide. You got some pickle to chop up. I don't know if that makes sense. You're in a pickle. You're like, do I do this or do I not? Should I? Should I or should I not? I think this month of November is sharpening your decision making, but also is highlighting to you that you've got to lose some to win some, or it's like you win some, you lose some, but you sometimes you've got to lose some to win some. But it's a lot of the time it also doesn't mean that you're losing something forever. You have to part with something to gain something. That's probably a better way of putting it. You have to part with something to gain something a lot of the time in life, and you can't have it both ways. You can't always have it both ways. And I think that's kind of like the lesson of November for you. Scorpio. Wow, Scorpio season. And it's going to be Scorpio eclipse. I think you're going to have a big like realization around 28th, 29th of October. Or not October. Yeah, October. Yes, October. This is going to be before November. So this opportunity could be coming in before November. And then November, you may need the whole of November to think about it. There is a difficult decision that stands in front of you in the month of November. And this decision has to do with, do I walk through the doorway, aka the opportunity that's presenting to me? Or do I stay where I am? That's what I mean. Do I move towards this doorway and I have zero idea of how that's going to go? I have zero clue how it's going to work out. I don't know. I don't know if I'll absolutely hate it or I'll love it or I'll be somewhere in between. I have no idea. This doorway is opening up in front of me. I have no idea what's going to be behind it. Through this portal, I don't know. I just know it's going to be different. I know it's going to be very different. That's all I know. Do I walk through there? That's your decision in November is what I'm getting. Group 3. That's your reading. Thank you so much, Group 3. I really, wow. Oh, these readings are coming out, like, I feel like I can always tell when they're coming out real smooth and good. Oh, I spilled water. Wait, give me a sec. As you can tell, this happens often, so I have some tissue. I spill water all the time. That's Group 3. Spilled milk. Don't cry over spilled milk, Group 3. You gotta spill some too. You gotta pour some out. You gotta pour some out in order to pour some in. Okay. That's Group 3. Okay. I'm glad this one resonated for you as well, Ashutosh. So that's gonna be it. So last but not least, we've got Group 4, but I'm just gonna take a breather because I've been going at it for an hour and a half now. I just need a breather. I don't know if you could hear my knee cracking. Oh. I'm getting tired. Getting tired. Okay, Group 4. Okay, group 4. Let's get into it. Group 4, November. Let's see. Villain. You can always rewrite the story. I saw that card earlier. Feather. Think first before you judge. We had that in another group. Think before you judge. You can always rewrite the story before you judge. Chiron. Healing. Air magic. Cleansing. Gambler. Group 4. What are you up to, group 4? Your energy's... It's like I can't grasp you, group 4. Because with the other groups, I was immediately getting something, you know? With this group, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Broken elevator. Your shadows are showing themselves. Shadow self, fears, negative thoughts. Villain and shadow self. We've got this, like... I think something you used to want to hide about yourself, or a part of yourself that you used to want to hide, you're about to be like, I want to show it off. And with the gambler, I'm kind of getting you're taking a bit of a gamble with it. It's like, people may love it, people may hate it. I'm going to show this side of myself. And even with Chiron, it's like a shadow part of you that's been healed into something solid. There's a side of you or something about you that you used to want to hide so bad, and now you can't wait to show it off. And intuitively, you know you want to show it off. It's like you're reviving a part of you. It's like you used to be so embarrassed about it, or like you were embarrassed that you were a certain way, and you're coming up like, oh shit, I'm not embarrassed of this anymore. I actually want to, like, I want to bring this forward. This is me. This is actually me. So I think for everyone it's going to be different. So I maybe I'll get a little bit more of a detail on this as I go. But I feel like you've been feeling this energy already. And I think maybe for you as well, group 4, eclipse season might be kind of like really turning that energy and being like, here is a thing that you used to be super fucking embarrassed about yourself. It's coming out to play. And it's kind of like you don't have a choice, but I don't think you're scared about it. You're like, hell yeah, I don't have a choice. I don't want to hide this part of me. This part of me is fun. This part of me is exciting. This part of me is fascinating. I want it out 24/7. 24/7. It's a part of you that used to be so scared. It's like, what if people find out that I'm like this? What if people find out that I'm like this? What if people find out that I'm this way? And now you're just like, I am this way. That's exactly what I'm like. Take it or leave it. Oh, also lemons make me think like making lemonade out of lemons. There's so much energy of like something that you thought was shameful about you or not appealing about you or not enjoyable about you is like all of a sudden your favorite thing about yourself. All of a sudden, this is your favorite thing about you. It's like the quality or character, something about your character, something about how you were raised is what I'm even getting, how you were brought up, your origin. You used to be so protective over and like, no one must know. I must hide this from the world, now you're like, yeah, I'll fucking tell you about this. Or like, I'll show this side of myself to you. No problem. Come listen. Come see me do this. Come see me be like this. You're so excited to show that side of you. There's a new, it's not new. It's very old, actually. It's a very old side of you that exists in you. I don't know why I'm hearing the legend of you. There's like the legend of you. And it's like a spooky story. The metaphor that I'm getting, it's like a spooky story that was told in the legend of you. This spooky character that everyone's afraid of, but actually is so interesting and so fascinating and so beautiful. You might even write about this side of you, because air magic, and he's holding this quill. And then we've got, you can always rewrite the story. It makes me think of like writing. You might write about this side of you. For some of you, this is going to come through a creative process. And also I'm noticing Gemini symbol on this lemon card as well. Writing is coming through strongly. You want to show off a side of you that never got to shine. That always was shunned like a monster and not celebrated. You know what I'm getting? You know the Grinch? And how the Grinch is, you know, he's shunned and everyone's like, oh, he's living in a mountain, he's so scary, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, what is it? He's like the master of whatever. Like, they crown him and they make him, and they, you know, they celebrate him. But he gets uncomfortable with it. I'm getting that. Like, there's something there. It's like there might be elements or parts of this where you get uncomfortable. You're like, I'm showing this side of myself. But now, you might retreat a couple of times, or retreat in certain ways, or kind of like, I'm not sure if I can come out in that kind of way. But you will. Okay, let's see your physical and material reality, group 4. I'm just getting there's like a side of you that people will be so surprised to see in November. People are gonna be like, who is that person? Who is, and they're gonna, I think, like, there's a really strong emphasis on, like, people are gonna love it. Like, people are gonna love seeing you in this element. Physical reality, 7 of Swords. There's a physical you. I really feel like something you've been trying to hide is like coming to the surface. You can't hide it anymore. You just can't. Impossible. Impossible. And it's funny because I feel like maybe you might even try to strategize around how to bring this side of you out, how to allow it to come out again. It's like you might try to be strategic around it, but you can't be strategic around it. It's like, it's just gonna come out. It's just, oops. Some of you might even start dressing it like drastically different, but in a way that really resonates with you. The Sun, self-express and embody truth. I think something in the way that you dress, like you're just gonna start dressing the way that resonates. Like you're gonna completely drastically change how you dress. But it's not like, oh, I'm just like doing it to be edgy. No, it's like authentically how the true you has been wanting to dress. It's authentic to how the true you has been wanting to present themselves physically. But it's not just about how you dress. It's also about how you present yourself. So some people might be quite surprised because this part of your character that's coming out that you used to be ashamed of, like it could take some people aback, honestly. It like the sun, I'm kind of thinking like as bright as the sun, it like hit them as like the sun. And people might be like, you may get some pushback on this. You probably will. Most likely you will get pushback on this new way of expressing yourself and asserting yourself. But it's going to feel so good. I think even the pushback is going to feel good. You're not afraid. I mean, you might be a little bit afraid, but you're not afraid to ruffle some feathers with this new energy that you're presenting. Okay, let's look at your emotional reality and relationships. 6 of Cups. I'm getting reunions. You might be reuniting with some old friends, family members. I'm getting reunions are coming through. Someone might be coming to visit you. Someone might be coming to see you. Yeah, I'm getting reunions. There might be an unexpected reunion coming your way as well in November. Like you're reuniting with someone unexpectedly. And I think it's going to be a very pleasant reunion. Neptune. You might have been having dreams about someone lately. For some of you, if you've been having dreams about someone and you're like, why am I dreaming about this person? You might even bump into them. I don't know why I'm getting, it's like unexpectedly bumping into people you weren't expecting to bump into, unexpectedly reuniting with people you didn't expect to reunite. But it's like pleasant. Actually, I feel like for this group especially, November is going to feel kind of trippy because it's almost like this side of you that you're allowing to shine is bringing back certain people into your aura or into your energy where you're like, oh, I forgot. I'm kind of getting you may have forgotten that someone existed in your reality. Like it could be someone like you went to school with and you forgot you even went to school with this person. You haven't thought about them in years. And all of a sudden you bump into them. And I'm kind of getting like, all of a sudden you're catching up and you're talking. Maybe you weren't even that good friend. Like maybe you weren't really good friends in school even. But all of a sudden now that you're bumping into one another, it makes sense. And you're like actually really connecting and you're like that. I'm getting a lot of like, you know, invisible thread. I'm getting that feeling of like invisible thread. There might be some instances for this group. I think for some of you, it's a reunion with someone you weren't expecting to reunite with, but it's not like you were friends, you know, you were friends and you were in a relationship or whatever, and you're reuniting, but it makes sense. You're kind of like, okay, it's unexpected. I'm shocked that we're reuniting, but we're reuniting. It makes sense. But for someone here, it's going to be so that much more interesting because it's going to feel completely faded is what I feel. Someone that you weren't even that close to, not even that connected to, but you reunite and all of a sudden it's like, wow, we're like best friends now. And like we instantly have a connection and we're instantly talking about things and we're instantly feeling into each other's energy and it makes sense. And back then we weren't hanging out together. Back then we weren't friends, but now we have this like strong connection and it feels like fated that this has happened. There's a lot of faded energy around your relationships in November, especially relationships that are coming back into your life. It feels almost like I hear someone being like, am I high right now or is this actually happening? So something with your relationships, it feels like I never expected this person to come back into my life. I never expected this to connect us again. I never expected to bump into this person. I forgot this person even existed, but now that they're here, oh my God, how did I never notice them? There's this energy around your relationships very strongly. And I think it's going to be very pleasant, actually. There's an air of innocence. There's an air of excitement. I think some of you are going to reconnect with someone from your childhood, but like someone you didn't expect to connect with from your childhood. And it might be very serendipitous, like not planned. So that is the relationships and emotional reality for group 4. Now I want to look at your spiritual and self-development. Knight of Cups. There's something subconsciously that's like really big. You're going to be receiving a lot of messages subconsciously. I would pay attention to this eclipse season as well. But November, I feel like you're getting messages subconsciously that are very odd. I'm kind of getting, don't try to decipher everything. So maybe if you're dreaming something, don't try to decipher it straight away. Write it down. You might have some trippy dreams in November, group 4. And I'm getting like this new self emerging. I think it's altering your subconscious because it's almost like this self that's emerging is coming out of your subconscious. And so as this new self is coming out of your subconscious, whatever space that self occupied will have to be replaced by something else. And that might feel quite trippy. There's a system upgrade happening for you, group 4. Fix stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. I actually, now that I said system upgrade, I'm really getting that. It's like a new version of you emerging. But it's really reliant on this shadow side of you that you've been trying to hide or kind of like conceal. You've been trying to conceal something. It's like, you know, in every, like, what is it? Is that Frozen? Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. It's like you've been trying to conceal something and you can no longer conceal it. It's coming out. It's coming out. This side of you, this version of you, you're not going to be able to hide it. It's here. It's here now. Welcome. Welcome to this side of you. To you and to other people. But I think this new side of you that's coming out and you can't contain it, it's attracting, I feel like it's attracting someone specific into your life that there was a reason that they weren't part of your reality until this self came out. Is that making sense? I don't know if what I just said made sense. It's actually this shadow self emerging, this shadow energy emerging and being like, okay, well, this version of me is here now. I tried to keep it from coming out, but it's here now. So there you go. Here it is. And it's actually making things feel more stable in the long run. But you're getting a system upgrade. What an exciting time, group 4. I think it's like spiritual upgrades. So you're probably going to be going through a lot of spiritual upgrades. That's what I have for you. That's what I have for you, group 4. Thank you so much for coming in with your mystical energy. I feel like you're very mystical with this like personality evolution that you're going through. Like a personality evolution is what I'm feeling. And the very thing you used to be ashamed of about yourself, the very thing you were so wanting to hide, is the thing that is upgrading you. Ah, very fun. So that's all I have for you. Thank you, Group 4, and thank you to everyone who watched. And like I said at the beginning, if you enjoyed this reading, if you enjoy my content, I appreciate tips. So if you'd like to tip me, you can tip me with the PayPal link in the description box below, or you can tip me with the super thanks button on this video. And also, I am doing a thing on my Etsy if you would like to check it out. It's a general mystery reading, and every reading is just available for 5 people only. And I sit down and I do a reading. It's a general reading. I channel whatever comes up. I use my tarot cards, and then I put up a listing, and whatever 5 people feel pulled to that particular reading, they can purchase it, and I send them the link to the reading. And it's just those 5 people that have that reading then. And then once one is sold out, we go on to the next one. So I'm on reading number 3 right now. If you're interested in it, feel free to check it out, see if your intuition pulls you to it, and you can see if you want to connect to it. So the description box has my Etsy link. And if you'd like to get more pick-a-cards by me, you can check out my Patreon. I do more pick-a-cards on my Patreon. I do more content on my Patreon as well. And if you're in Lisbon, if you're watching and you're someone from Lisbon, if you're hanging around Lisbon, I do workshops as well. You can check those out. They're in my link tree in my bio as well. You can come see me do a workshop. So yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a great time, even though I am exhausted now. Like, I literally, my eyes are like closing. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, or good morning, or good day, wherever you are. Bye.